yards, but they ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm dropping the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB. I put the pain in the...
He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For Jacksonville. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Doyle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Broncos nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Doyle. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of
23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Denver.
Off play action. Doyle. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Ward. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was watching that play unfold and watching him complete it. Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Their own 4-yard
That
line.
is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Geis. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Bradley Chubb.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Off the play fake. Rhodes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rhodes throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rhodes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 43-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Geis. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, Rhodes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff out of Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 3rd down, Rhodes. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
7-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Broncos.
They run it with Ward. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Doyle, and his throw is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throw on 3rd down. Doyle. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. I got 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
That's taken it around the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 7, Broncos 0.
On first down, this is Geis. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
You got 3 down. Check down. 19.
Geis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
From the gun, Rhodes. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. This is Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Watch the twist. You gonna take 19, 18.
They'll run with Geis. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rhodes. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throw complete into the flat out left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a run with Geis.
Expect nothing less, baby. Expect nothing less.
And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
27-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
Don't have to tell my offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, it's Ward. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at
the good run on 1st down, followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick. And now the young man has it. It's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. on the ground. It's Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rhodes. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 6. They'll hand it down to Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 17, Broncos nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The final shot before break. Doyle, he'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Hey, go Mike 40, Mike 40. Tighten up.
From the gun, Rhodes. Able to find his running back, Geis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and get him with Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Brought down at about the 42.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Doyle. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again on the ground, again it's Ward. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll run on first down. It's Ward down to the 25.
Number 28, the ball carrier.
There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To throw on second down. Doyle. That's complete to Ward. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. On the ground with Ward. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Number 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ward. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Good job there defensively to push him back on first down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
Back at the 5 yard line now, second and goal. Here's Ward. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5 yard line.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1 yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action. Rhodes. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Rose, and a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll take it at the 42. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Ward. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down now, it's Ward. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, Rhodes trying to lay one up deep. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Throwing on third and long. Rhodes, that one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
At the 45-yard line.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
March 40. March 40. Go. Check 43.
Here's Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rhodes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st down, Moore. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Running game working. He'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This for the lead in the final stages. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Back to throw. Doyle, it's complete, swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. False start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rhodes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right at the 35. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second and 8 coming up. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air,
and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Down, here's Geis. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll run on first down. It's Ward. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Doyle. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Doyle's pass Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Ward. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Broncos 23.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.